Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, man killed in Manchester died of gunshot wound to chest, autopsy shows. An autopsy shows that a man killed in Manchester last week died of a single gunshot wound to the chest, officials said. Police said they found Justin Lee, 32, suffering from a gunshot wound Friday morning in the area of Hanover and Lincoln Streets. He was taken to Elliott Hospital, where he died. Police have identified Paul Dimmick as a suspect in the shooting and said Dimmick remains at large. Investigators said Dimmick is considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached. No motive in the shooting has been released. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Dog euthanized after being buried alive. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
Troubling indeed. Such a disturbing story. A cute little dog named Chico, a dog everyone was said to have loved, buried alive in the woods. The question tonight is why? Just before noon yesterday, Kaylee Belanger and her fiancé found Chico, an 18-year-old Shih Tzu, buried alive behind this Ocean State job lot in Whitensville.
My fiancé screamed, "He's alive, he's breathing." So I, as quickly as I could, scooped him up and ran through the woods and got into the car, and we took off and ended up going to Tufts.
Once at Tufts Animal Hospital, it was determined the dog had to be euthanized. Police say the man that buried Chico alive is this man, Richard Picard.
Based on the evidence, we arrested Richard Picard. He's 24 years old, from town, and charged with cruelty to animals.
Police also say Picard was taking care of the dog for his ex-girlfriend. Kaylee, a friend of that woman, said Chico was the type of dog everyone loved. And to find him the way they did yesterday is beyond disturbing.
He was yelping, screaming in pain. He could barely breathe, he could barely move. I don't know how he survived. He had to have been in that hole for at least 8 or 9 hours.
Kaylee also believes the dog was malnourished and abused before Picard even buried him alive.
If you see somebody that's capable of doing that to an animal, you imagine what else they're capable of. And unfortunately, it seems like he would have been the type of person to, get frustrated and take it out on the animal.
Picard is out on bail. He will be arraigned tomorrow morning. We're live in Northbridge, to Castiglione, WCVB, News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Southborough steps up efforts to catch drivers who pass stopped school buses. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
It's Spectrum's best deal days. Get Spectrum TV, internet, and voice from $29.99 a month each. Spectrum TV with free HD. Spectrum has the fastest internet starting speeds, 100 megabits per second. Get Spectrum TV, internet, and voice from $29.99 a month each.
That's just a recipe for disaster if someone doesn't stop.
They're universal signals, yellow lights to slow and red to stop. But despite their clear message, police say many drivers still do not listen.
As we've seen across the nation, we've had several close calls, and even some kids, luckily not here, have been struck by cars not stopping for the school buses.
Just last week, home surveillance video capturing a boy in New Hampshire nearly hit by a speeding car as he steps onto the road to get to the school bus. His dad hoping the video serves as a reminder to other kids to always look before crossing the street.
Let's learn on this. make ourselves better. Very scary. It could have been a lot worse.
But the responsibility for safety, police say, really lies with drivers, many of whom are often distracted or in a hurry. Which is why last year, Scarborough schools started installing external cameras on their bus fleet to catch drivers illegally passing. Their goal, to hold reckless drivers accountable and keep more kids safe, because even one close call is too many.
We take them on a case-by-case basis, but if we get the information that we need to go forward with a summons, that's what they're getting. And it's not just a little slap on the wrist. They're some hefty fines, but the state takes it pretty serious.
In Scarborough, Erin Dixon, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. So, everyone, do your part and remember to stop for school buses when the school bus has their stop signs out and flashing red lights. And when there are yellow lights flashing, slow down because the school bus will be getting ready to stop to pick up a student. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Monday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red and went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the red and went down. US 10-year closed in the red and went down. And Euro/USD closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the red and went down. Nasdaq and S&P 500 snap 4-day losing streak as tech shares rebound. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq rose slightly on Monday, snapping a 4-day losing streak as tech shares tried to regain some of the steep losses from last week. Florence strengthens to Category 4 hurricane, South Carolina coast to be evacuated. Hurricane Florence, peaking winds of 140 miles per hour, quickly strengthened to a dangerous and powerful Category 4 storm as it takes aim at the East Coast. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with more newscasts. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit.